for more videos.
Welcome back, everybody. Drake Hawkins again. We're playing some more Distant Worlds 2 in the Second Great and Bountiful Human Empire. I'm Drake Hawkins. Welcome back. Last time, we hooped the pooch. Almost literally. Bartok here, the Keterov puppy people. I accidentally clicked instead of offer treaties to go with free trade agreement. I clicked the one slightly above it, and it was the cancel the trade agreement. There was no going back. It was just instantaneous. So now we gotta wait. Well, now it's 11 months before we can get them to join us. So that's bad. First Fleet is still hanging out here, and as expensive as it is, I don't feel like I'm not certain that this is a grand fleet of any sort, and if we should be keeping it or rebuilding. But all of our ships to rebuild would take quite to build a better fleet would take quite a bit. For instance, this destroyer is 10,000 and it costs the same amount. Is it going to be a better ship? I don't know. This is a missile boat, but is it going to be better ships than what we've got in the first fleet? I'm not sure, but it would cost a copious amount of money to initially build the thing, and first fleet can do okay in circumstances. Second fleet right now is these two little guys that are currently doing, well, in this case, grabbing the Gravelix carcass here. You can pick up some stuff too. Yeah, they're just going to clean up this mess. Third is on its way to deal with the Bloody Force. So, and then I don't think we have a fourth fleet. I think we have the seventh fleet, which is the Grim Demise, which is our transport fleet. Liberation Force. Now, this Liberation Force can hold, the Grim Demise actually alone, can hold 100,000 unit points of troops. So if we go to the capital at Earth, we have 15 battalions here. Pardon me. Which we could all 15 of them and 5 more could fit on this ship to go after our first war targets. Crazy good. Which is, that's pretty ridiculously good for one ship. The tech, I did make one change. I added shock forces onto the bottom here. Actually, I kind of want to research that before these weapons for sure. I'm not sure about improved defenses and assault, because those are going to be really quick. Unless we can get a big tech boost for shock forces from Spies, we might leave that in that order. I'm probably going to drop the hyperdrive to after that, because I might want to get those shock forces built before we assault the Dilla Supremacy. Having said that, I think today is get the Keterov online, deal with a couple other things. We've got a research facility. I was looking around before we started. We got a research facility in Opportunity down here in Ebilmos. And Ebilmos is right where? Right in here, in the Zarexander system. Zarexander system, but there's something hanging out here. So we should probably send the second fleet before we build that. But I guess what we'll do is we'll put that order in to build it. And then the ships will start getting ready. Other than that, these research facilities are pretty far-fetched. This one's not bad for almost one. Don't mind actually going down there for that. For almost one. So maybe what we'll do is we'll take the second fleet through. We'll queue that up as well. Ebilmos and then Firmos. Firmos. I'm just making a note of that because I want to go there next. These guys are out of range. Pretty sure this is too far away. What is this? Turbos. Oh. Didn't realize there was so much opportunity here. Okay. Yeah. There is a pirate presence down here, but for these research facilities, I would say it's totally worth it. So that's 4 research facilities. Melorine 3 for some reason was not on here. I don't know if it got destroyed by something or what the heck happened. But why is that not on Melorine 3? Oh. It didn't happen because we were supposed to be colonizing Melorine 3. We have we have 2 colony ships. Oh right, Darien passes on its way to Bartok, and these guys are on their way to Riddle, right? And both of those colonies will go in place. Now, this is a preset group of 55,000, so that's something. I could use them actually to colonize the Sakuran world, right? We could colonize the Sakuran colony with that. And I wonder, there's no way we can defend the units there unless we move everybody in. I really don't think everybody's going to be enough. I really genuinely don't. We do have these guys coming online over here in the far west, but not coming online anytime soon. Like, this is a battleship, it's 8% constructed. This one's 39, so 8% is the hull and armor, and then they've got to repair all the systems. So I mean, these are going to be a sweet long time before they get anything done. Before either of those come online. I don't think we have anything else that is... That's these 2 here, and that's the 3 here. So we do have a carrier here, which is going to be pretty impressive. With 16 wings. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be... It's not a weakling, that ship. It's actually quite the beast. Okay. When we get the carrier, we might be able to reconsider taking out Sakuran territory. In the meantime, let's get things rolling with a few other techs. We want to wait till 2910, and we can get the Ketarovs. Tech-wise, we're waiting on accelerated shield recharge and quantum exploitation. So, the accelerated shield recharge is... come on. That is our Talos shields. Talassos shields, sorry. And the Talassos shields are the fast rechargers. And then we've got the quantum exploitation, which is the quantum reactors. I really like them. They're huge. They're less efficient. They're way less efficient on fuel, but they're more efficient on space in the vehicles, in the designs. So this guy produces 89. Now this, I've been told this is a dead end, and it kind of makes sense that the fission mastery would be like, eventually we're going to stop using fission drives. They've got them to kind of maxed out. And maxed out fission drive is, to my opinion, less than either the fusion or the quantum exploitation drives. So, I think we'll stick with going to the quantum and the shields. I do like these blocking field generators. This is a point defense system. I don't know if it's AoE, like if it needs a 360 slot to be able to shoot everywhere, or if it's just a pulse-related thing, like if it's an AoE blast sort of a thing, or what it does. But this can hit any weapon type. All other point defenses can only hit missiles and fighters and bombers, like flying things that are not ammunition. But this can actually stop direct fire, railgun fire, and beam weapons and so on. Anyways, then long-range sensors to try to get a better vision on the world. We got our enhanced point defense on the queue. That is going to be our primary point defense system, and projectile, or our upgrades to our railguns and upgrades to our missiles on the bottom of the queue here. So, and then and our infantry stuff, and then this is actually armor. Shock Forces actually lets you build a armor barracks, probably at the capital, and then that lets me turn out armor which have a substantially stronger attack per unit. By 8 per... if we're looking at the size. Okay, maybe this isn't something we do. I'm going to downgrade that priority. So Shock Forces produce the armor. Armor is, has its advantages, but if you look at just the size to attack strength, it's 10,000 size. I'm thinking, like, how much forces can we drop at once, right? It has 10,000 size, whereas our infantry are 5,000 size. And the strength in our infantry is about 120 something, so it's marginally better per ship size. But anyways, let's keep cruising along here, enjoying the reduced concerns from enjoying the reduced concerns from having less things buzzing around in the galaxy. I just hear somebody approach. That'd be bad news for them. Maybe not. Okay, you are going to head down to Ebilmos. Where's Ebilmos again? Is it in here? I think it was right here. Yes, Ebilmos. Oh. Oh, right. Okay, so you're going to move here. Actually, you're going to first go refuel. You're going to actually drop by Helix because they just picked up Gravelix carcasses, so we'll refuel them at the planet, and that'll actually transfer the Gravelix, supposedly transfer the Gravelix carcasses to them. I think that's how that works. I might be wrong. Oh, and there's also a Gravelix to deal with out here, apparently. Well, that's awkward. Instead, move here. What? Instruction ship Shabby Starseeker is under attack by Dark Horde carrier in the Hive, Lyris, and Lyris system. The Hive. Hive carrier. The Hive. This is not a group. Oh, this is the super bad guys. Look at the damage. The strength is 34,000. Did you just appear there? Or did we just appear there? Virus, this needs to be an off-limits zone. What were you trying to do here? Caslon mining. Yeah, get out of there, dude. You're not going to be able to retreat. You're almost certainly not going to be able to retreat blown up with your... Yep. Oh, that was instantaneous. Ouch. They have 34,000 strength on that ship. Oh, bother. If he comes after us, that's it. That's game. He could walk through our entire empire and destroy everything and bombard every planet. Without even every force I have together, and all the secure defenses helping out. If I could lure him in there and we all fought him without fighting each other, we would still get swatted like a bug. Good lord. Oh, bother. Oh boy, that might be bad news. Go ahead and hit that. I think this thing is actually... Yep. It's actually going to get squished, is what it's actually going to do. Where's our friend? Where's your buddy? He just... you know what? I probably interrupted him weirdly. What's the matter, dude? Why are you not... Are you waiting for your fighters to return? Is that what you're doing? Is he waiting for his... fighters to return but flying away at like maximum cruise speed? Bet you the moment that fighter gets there, he's gonna disappear. Dock and jump. Oh my gosh, that's what he was doing. He was waiting for his fighter. Oh, I've been wondering why sometimes they just randomly don't get there in time. Well, that would explain it. Alright. Get more Gravelix carcasses for us, please. That was easy. That's a nice little quick harvest. Alright, second fleet. New jump point. It's going to be in system here. We're going to go drop off all these goodies at the capital, or at the Actarian outpost. We're at 89.8, so we got a couple months to go before we can take care of that. And I really don't want to get myself swatted by anything there. I'm going to assume that that hive is just going to sit on that spot. I'm going to hope that that hive just sits on that spot. Again, we're missing somebody. Why are we missing somebody? Are you waiting for your fighters to return? Is that what you're waiting on? Maybe you were? Maybe you weren't. I don't know. Zoom. Alright, we're still $14,000 in the hole. We're halfway done the new shields. Foreign agents. Foreign mission against us. The Umwat Ascendancies successfully completed mission. Steal galaxy maps. Oof. That's troubling. That teaches him quite a bit. Well, maybe. Maybe he's been stealing those things for a long time and we only just noticed it now. Really, that's what that is, right? I mean, that's only when they get caught. That's not the... that's the first time they've spied on us. That's the first time we know about them spying on us. Alright, Bloody Force. Let's see if you can handle our... the Suffoke security. Do you have... well, you might. You have big blasty weapons. Pick up a position... a set of positions, I guess, around the station. And we got a bunch of spy missions completed we'll deal with in a moment. Game over 1. Game over 1. Oh. Aren't we here? Yeah, we are. Oh, we can't queue up anything because we can't afford to. Oh, that's so terrible. Terrible, terrible. I are doing bad with economies. We're gonna cancel the treaty and immediately eliminate the fleet. Or the base here. Shields are offline. The fighters are away to attack. And that's it. Boom, just like that. Downed. Destroyer under attack, yep. I really wish you could have these guys, like, clean up the area. Could you not do that? No. I want them to, like, grab everything. There's some actual valuable items sitting around in these, like the data cores and all that stuff. Escape pods. Cargo containers. No, what? What are you guys doing? Move to hull reinforcement. Hull reinforcement? What are you doing? What are you guys doing? The hull reinforcement's not over there. There's an escape pod there. Oh, that's your bomber. Okay. I think it's worth harvesting this stuff up, or cleaning this stuff up, because we're not in the zone where we're going to have a lot of local units to do that. Gantries, yeah. Power relays. So we get some stuff from it. Let's see. Research breakthrough. While salvaging the escape pod, made a discovery. Pirate leader. We have found technology that's given us research breakthrough in improved missile defense. See, this is why I do this. Now, normally the private sector would jump on this, but we're out in the middle of nowhere. There's no private, not much private sector here. While salvaging the engine superstructures, discovered long-range tractor beam technology bonus. System maps for Sol and Mytos. We have a system map for Sol. Hello. That's important. Vuvu Yagin. Galaxy News. The Xanath Empire has begun construction on the advanced Metacomplex. Okay. Big medical facility that'll give them superpowers. Well, that's unfortunate. We have a Sol system found? Where is Sol? Because this sounds like something we humans might be interested in knowing about. Right? I think it is. I really wish there was a search. Why my kingdom, my empire, at least a third of my... Okay, this human colony for the ability to search. Soul. I mean, it's a little 3-letter simple answer. It should be easy to find, right? Although it's probably populated with somebody on top of it, or something like that. Some other faction is like already got soul in their control or something silly like. Terrible, terrible indeed. I don't know if we're gonna find it though. Well, let's look at, maybe we can cheat it and find new colony options in Soul. No? Okay. Maybe we can find resort opportunities in a place called Soul. No? How about research? Oh. Oh, darn it. I mean, it's really important to me. I want to know where Soul is. That's a what? No. If you guys found it, point it out with a timestamp, okay? If I don't find it before then, before the end here. Come on, Soul. We need you. I don't know if I actually need it at all. I don't know if that's relevant at all. But it sounds like it's a good idea. Find our home. Now, you think we would know where it was if it was in any of these spaces. I know I'm skimming fast, but I don't want to miss it, but I also don't want to take forever. United Romulus? Really? That's fantastic. The United Xenox Empire is in Romulus. Good play there. Over here. None of these would happen to be. No, that is an intense form of carnage and death. What is this? That's these guys? Oh, okay. Still no soul. I really, really want to find this. I know. I'm sorry. Sorry. Don't hate me. Where is it? Korea. Maps of soul, darn you, where are you? Maps of my soul. Mamor. No. Darian territory, homeworld, maybe? No. Deepers. The heck could this be? Xanath, as expected. Endosan. This is incredible. I'm blind? I'm blind? No. I feel not blind. I feel like I have missed something. Darn it. Okay, I can't keep doing it. My heart hurts by not finding the soul system. I will search later. And I will find you, soul. We will find you. Alright. Oh yes, on the stream I was wondering where these veneer units are, but that's in this version. Okay. Oh, there's soul right up there. Jeepers. Mytos and soul. Do we know anything about soul? We do know stuff about soul. Including that it's actually got a planet named Terra. Really? And it's inside whatever that is. This could be interesting. It is Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, Terra, Ayuade. I don't know what Ayuade. Why the moon is called Ayuade. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. It's probably some local dialect of, I don't know. It might be a native dialect or some lesser populous language that I'm unaware of. But this is actually the birthplace of the humans. We need this, guys. We have a new objective. There's humans here. There's humans here. We need the third one right here. All right, that's a new personal objective. Okay, now second fleet. You're taken care of. Where are you guys at? You are refueling. Not finished refueling. Are you waiting for your fighters again? There you go, buddy. They'll be like instantly there before I can even get there. Oop. Alright, so does that mean that this place now has Gravelex crystal in it? Ah, look at Gravelex crystals. Nice. That's awesome. 1,000 Gravelex crystals. That's decent chunk. Okay, you guys are fueled up. So, your first objective is to go inspect, not get yourself dead at, but inspect this zone for potentially fixing a colony here. Now there was, I thought I saw some indication that there was something else here, which would be bad news bears. We'll dodge that if we can, if there's something bad going on there. Third fleet, you've just taken out this thing and you're now ready to roll. I want a construction ship that is idle. You come here and build there. You can go hold up your stuff. I know we don't have money to make it happen, but that's fine. We'll make it later. And you already have a mining station here. Lovely. And down here, we have one there. Good. Okay, third fleet, pop over and refuel here. I'm really concerned about sitting with first fleet not doing anything. I don't know that we're in a position where we can take these guys on and take this stuff out. Usarine, if we go in and cut Usarine off. We went in and took out Usarine here. Now they've got polymer there, which is nice, but Usarine here is actually a colonizable, it's an ocean world. We could actually get Agdarian colonists in there, which would be super powerful. Do I have a colony ship that could do that? I mean, do I have a colony ship that could eventually do that? Oh, we're past time on getting these guys on board. Distracted. Okay, negotiate a deal for... Oh, are you kidding me? They don't like us enough? Oh, right. Never mind. Go with the big... Oh. What? Oh, we have to wait until next month for the gift, because, right, the gifts take a little longer to come back online. We'll wait, see what happens. Escort 5. What are you? A fuel tanker. Okay, no problem. The World Sea just sitting there. Just sitting waiting. As close as you need to. Alright, you guys are ready for a gift? Not yet. 428. Okay. Wait till 428. Or 429 for that matter. Give them a big fat gift. 77%. Negotiate deal for free trade agreement. Now 100%. Good. Alright. You colonize. They begin the colonization process immediately. They should be stopped close enough. 10 seconds. There it is. Alright, puppies are on board. Puppies can build their station immediately. Oh, so good. Okay. Now, I don't know where we're at as far as construction ships and whatnot. All ships, we have 20 idle construction ships. Jeepers. With 25 exploration ships all doing their thing, but 20 idle construction ships. Well, this is going to help somewhat. These guys are going to start with a negative income, I'm sure, but it might correct itself relatively quickly. It is not. Why? Why, oh why are you not ready to correct yourself instantly? We do need to add that because it's worth it. Puppy battle groups? No, we're not going to get the canine group online. We're going to build 3 garrison units here. That's good. Now, I don't know how long this thing's going to take to bring itself to a readiness state. Keterovs are only 17% here, really. That's unfortunate. It's a grassland planet. Maybe we do need to focus on some of this colonization tech. to boost the value, the suitability of our planets for our people. Maybe that's what we need to do. Gundigel, where are you? Whatever you are, you're already doing it. They've finished their giant project. We're getting shot at by a Gravelex. Bertak accepted the mission. Okay. Economics. The name of the game. So we started with about 40... Oh no, we're up 48,000 cash flow for the private sector. That's good. We're still sitting at about negative 12,000 private or state sector, which is terrible. A lot of that is our maintenance costs. We have 9 destroyers that are super expensive. Do we have any... We have still this other colony ship, and that could be helpful to get parked. He costs 1,700, so I expected that colony that we just settled to actually have a positive cash flow. Why does it not? Why are you still at negative 3,000? Can't just be the condition of the place. Well, you're only taxing at 7. Okay, that might be part of it. Is it because they're not quite big enough to count this as improving? I guess. Like it's a little too small. What's its capacity? 7. Okay, maybe it's because it's below like 20% or whatever it is. I don't know what our policies are or how those fold out. Let's go with colonies and states. Here we go. Approval rating for small colonies. Less than 10% of maximum population. They aim for 40. Less than 50% of max population, they're aiming for 10% happiness. So you're in the... Yeah, they're aiming at 10% happiness. That's why that's here. Okay, so that's why they're taxing that much, because it hasn't reached the 50% of its max population rating. So all 3 of these colonies should be in that sort of range, right? Yeah. They're all not quite big enough to pay for them, to pay themselves off. The Elix Prime here is, but we'll put in those as garrisons. Those are garrisons, those are, and 3 of them here. 10, 12, we could move all 15 of them, honestly, if we were going to go to war. Can we afford a war? We're barely able to maintain... Oh, where's this? Rotan system. Mortal Supremacy has been hit with a tsunami up here. That's unfortunate for them. This is fantastic. I really like that we've opened that up. Alright, I really want the Securan colony, because it would actually be a positive net cash flow. So would these 2, but not yet. What type of... Yeah, they're only 500,000 population. Or 500 million, I should say, population. They would not be a net economic gain, but they would provide other resources. This whole area would be more profitable. Allow better trade through to the human colony over here. This is one of our polymer bases, yeah? Yes, it is. Oh, we have a potential gas mining here as well. Put that in. I like the idea of having a flow that goes around this bubble and not through Umwat ascendancy territory. Are we doing spying right now? We are not. Let's get our spies going again. Cruel outlaws. What are you gonna teach us today? Coordinated docking. Let's see what we actually need. Accelerated shields and quantum exploitation. I'm sure I don't have any of those. No. Quantum exploitation. Also, I'm certain we don't have that. Okay. Anything colonization related. Maybe they can do something like that. Colonization. Anything, improved colonization, 92%. There we go. Excellent. What else can you do? Anything else colonization related? Start at the bottom. Shock forces we actually want. No, that was not colonization. Well, it's kind of colonization related, you know what I mean? That was annoying. Andreg. Okay. Troops, point defense. Monitoring stations might be good, but they're also going to be a cost. Long range sensors. I thought we had that almost finished. Attack fighters, bombers, and interceptors. Didn't we do some research on that already? Improved colonization. Maybe we double down on improved colonization. How close would we be to improved colonization? Actually, I'm sure we're going to double... Oh no, we already have one big surge on that already. Long-range sensors are almost done. Improved colonization. That actually in itself is going to have a hefty cost. So the colony ships get better. They go from 20 or 30 million to 50 million for the same module. So they can just load more people for the same ship. But the limited terraforming facility is great-ish. It costs 100,000 to build. And then it costs 7,500 to maintain for 5 years. So another, what's that? 30,000. Something like that. 45,000, whatever that is. So about 140, 150, somewhere in there, 1,000 credits. And you get a 5% increase to the overall quality of the planet. Then you have to tear the thing down and build it somewhere else. So that's something, but it's not, it is good, but it's not, you know, spectacular. These are really pricey. We do have a major boost on them. Not that, but we do have a major boost in this category. Maybe we do continental worlds, and then we go with water worlds and like the temperate. That's the forests and grasslands. Yeah, we could do all three of these. I wonder if we could get that research. We don't want both of those. I wonder if we could get that research from the Umwata Ascendancy. They are Xenox, but they might have some sort of colonization stuff. System governance, that would be nice. But no, they don't. They don't have anything that's of urgent value to us. Okay, what about anybody else? I don't know if the Dilla Supremacy is likely to have colonization improvements. Very unlikely, actually. But worth a check. And that was a quick check. They don't have it. Who else? Well, the Xanath Empire might have water-related ones. They are water people. No. Oh, enhanced medical systems. Enhanced medical systems might boost. That'll boost happiness or growth in the planets. So that's something. It is something that's not to be ignored. Let's try it. 80% chance. Let's try it. Enhanced medical system sounds like it's going to be valuable in the long run, because that would upgrade our. That could upgrade our. Let's look at it. First rec. First medical. So medical systems are providing a bonus to the colonies. Enhanced medical systems is actually an immediate free software upgrade. And if we go to Earth, we can see in the happiness rating, medical facilities increase our happiness +3. So this is higher, and thus the amount of tax rate that can be gleaned for the same approval rating is higher because of them. So that's nothing to foo, so to speak. Bartok seems to be doing okay. It is improving itself. That's good. Good to see. Assimilation. Oh, assimilation is increasing too. Okay, that's good. You guys should be fully assimilated by now, I'm sure. Yeah, so that'll help. Once the assimilation improves, then the unassimilated population, the 10% increase there, is going to reduce the support cost. They'll be fully used to being part of the Empire, so to speak. Okay, not bad. Second fleet, are you en route or inbound yet? You're not inbound yet. Third, are you guys refueled? You're taking your sweet time waiting for your fighter friends. That's what you're doing. I don't like that idea. Is there a way to have them recall their bombers and fighters? See, these guys are instant in, right? Oh, pirate leader. But the others, the other two have fighter base. And those guys upgrade all fighters' latest design. Oh, really? Retrieve. We could do the retrieve order before we do a jump like that, if we wanted to, or when we finish, like, when we finish a foray in a fight, right? They come over here, they fight something, they send out all their bombers, they blow stuff up, and then have them to retrieve everything. Now, why are we Let's see what they do if we tell them to upgrade. What do they have as far as fighters and bombers right now? Is there a way to find out? I don't know if I can see what they have currently. Okay, do an upgrade. What does that do? No? You don't have any upgrades? Maybe they don't. Okay. Okay, we don't want to retrofit for sure. Okay, you guys are fueled up. What are we able to do in the area with this that would be advantageous? I don't know if we have any threat zones in the area. I mean, we've got these guys, but we're still gleaning some tactical advantage from them. There's a 4100 strength in this system, so we're not going to mess with it. That's the one that's very slowly trickling out the content that we need. The two ships. We don't want to mess with them. Now, pirate faction-wise, I'm curious if it's time to get rid of the cruel outlaws. Burning Cartel. Do we know where they live? I don't think we do. Okay. I want to find out where the Burning Cartel lives. So let's see. We don't have any spies. We just sent them off. So Burning Cartel has to be a top priority. Finding them. Cruel outlaws. Spying on them right now. Abandoned ship encountered. Hello, puppet. What do you have? A Cornish. Well, I mean, yeah, investigate that. Certainly. Now, we should automatically have a ship on the way. This is called the Decisive something or other. Decisive Escapade. Oh, Devious Escapade, sorry. Instruction ship, Extravagant Challenge, already on the way. Okay. So we'll get another expensive ship. Yay! With some more colonists. Firmos system was one of the ones we might have a research facility at, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, now, what was down here? Is it here? Oh, this is the ship right here. Okay. This is the one in Dandalus system. Okay. Let's drop that off, please. Now, clean this up. If we can get this taken care of, I mean, Third Fleet's not going to be doing much over there. I wonder if now is the time to bring them back over this way. To join the friends in here for potential future plans. Not meaning anything devious would happen, of course. Alright, and seconds on their way. Strangely enough, you are almost out of fuel. Why are you so low on fuel all the time, dude? Are you having fuel issues? You should not be having fuel issues. Did I interrupt him before he finishes fueling? I might have. Well, he's still going to make it. Right? You still have enough fuel to make it there 2 times, maybe 3. Gravelex is attacking here. That's unfortunate. Do we have the strength to handle this thing? We have 25,000 luxury resources on there. Why do we have 25,000 luxury resources on there? Why are we not trading these things? I guess our colonies, Nataran incense, we have enough Nataran incense for everything, right? Yeah, it's a 55% growth. I bet you all our colonies have access to Nataran incense. That would explain what's going on there, probably. Down here, they should have lots of... They have none. What? Why do you have no Nataran incense, but no private sector has come to pick this up? Do we not have the range? Did I do something wrong with our ships? Alright, let's look at the civilian ships and see what's going on. We got a medium freighter now. What is this medium freighter's length? There's 542 million. Does that mean he can only go halfway there and turn around and come back because he doesn't have the capacity to range that far? Is that what's going on with these guys? There's 0 of them right now. Actually, wait a second. We have 12 small freighters. That's it. That's how poor the private sector is. Oh, bugger me. We have 15 passenger ships, 8 mining ships, 12 light, small freighters. I just realized what's happened. We keep getting issues where things get swatted around in the Sakuran colony. That's what's wrong with our private sector. All of the ships have been blown up, and they have nothing. They have no money to maintain it. They have no money to replace them. They have $12,000. They can't replace the damage. That's 1 or 2 ships. So if one ship gets blown up, 2 ships gets blown up a year, that's half their income. Okay, Sakuran colony's gotta go then. Alright, this ship here is no longer going to be hanging out. He's gonna come fly up to this area. Where did he go? I thought I had you selected. Reckless Revolt. You go refuel there. You might take your sweet time doing it, but that's okay. Oh yeah, you guys were supposed to be retiring, right? Where are you? Ah, yes. Okay, so head home. These are the small little frigates, right? Yeah, these are all little escorts. You know what? I wouldn't mind actually having them for this fight. An extra set of hands wouldn't hurt. All right, you guys join the 8th Remnant then. Reinstitute into the 8th Remnant. Okay. We need to solve this. You need to immediately go and refuel. You need to immediately go and refuel. This is bad news. This transport can even get in on it, I suppose. Now, are they going to be able to do any assaulting? I think they might not, because they might be short on crew. We could go get a... Could go over here to get a set of troops. Actually, no. We're not. You're gonna do the same thing everyone else is gonna do and be a decoy. That's what you're gonna do. We have to take out this Sakuran colony. Is there a way to upgrade our firepower with the 88,000 that we have? State ships. We have 0 of these fleet missile frigates. They're running small missiles and crappy systems. Okay, let's give you an upgrade, see what that does. You switch up to the mediums. You got too much size on you to do that with. Okay. Small missiles are going to be the only thing that you can use, basically. I'm not sure what weapons they're typically designed to use, but some point defense wouldn't be a hurt at all, would it? What if we brought these guys in with multiple point defense systems? Front and back? No. 1 medium missile. Side ones can be point defense missiles. Not missiles, point defense, something else. Blocking fields. And then 1 main front missile battery. It's too big still. Eric's fusion fuel cells. Drop a fuel cell. Almost there. We do want the double crew systems if we can get away with it. Honestly, they could drop another fuel cell. That would give them 277 range, which is going to be very short ranged. I understand that, but it is going to allow them to be undersized needed. So they'll have 1 missile and a bunch of point defense. They're going in to help keep the fleet, the big ships, alive. I like this idea. This is a fleet. This is a support fleet, actually. This is a fleet support frigate. Let's do that. The fleet support frigate. Save that, build And let's actually queue up some of those right now. This might or might not be viable, but honestly, if we can throw this stuff in it and we can get the Sakura cap place cleared up, it would be worth doing. Where are the fleet support frigates? We can make 10 of them. That's going to tank the economy even harder, but short victorious war maybe? Hopefully. Alright, that's a new way of approaching this. We are going to go after... I didn't realize how badly damaged our economy was. No ships. Like, I've had... we have our live stream, and if you haven't been watching that one, for reference point, the ship design fleets, when I go to look at the civilian ships, these amount numbers are in the 200, 300, 400. Like, there's hundreds of freighters flying around in our fleets. Now, we're a little further advanced, but not that much. So, with 20 ships, I've got more military ships than we have civilian ships. Which is terrifying. There's no way we can sustain it. So, if we can knock out the Sakuran stuff in here, that will open up another trade opportunity, remove the hemorrhaging of those units, and then I'm going to probably have to get rid of some of the older ships. But then the private sector can hopefully start pumping out some ships. I don't want to upgrade anything they've got unless it's to improve like unless it's to make like a ship particularly more effective with the free upgrade, right? Any other manually controlled? No. All right, well that's where we're gonna have to leave it for today. We got the puppies online. We took care of the bloody force and a couple other Gravelex, insignificant Gravelex thing, and discovered our true problem. But we also discovered our true goal: the Sol system, Mytos, and the Sol system. We'll see what happens, what we can find out exploring that. It's inside the center of an event. It's literally some sort of bubble of I don't know what. Probably where the evil whatevers came from to destroy all humanity once upon a time. But that's it for today. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of the day. See you in the game.